How do I live without you? Well, I'm entitled to live without you. I'm entitled to support from anybody I choose to have support for. I'm entitled to family. I'm entitled to friends. I'm entitled to not say no one in the family wants nothing to do with you. No one's you alone. No one's you got no friends. I had thousands of friends. I was highly interactive and I had thousands of friends, as Delhi Judy told me. How do I get through a life without you? I'm entitled to choose who I want to support me, my daughter. And just because I cut off from somebody and I've got boundaries because they're harming me while I've got a child to look after, I was missing health appointments because of my mother, because of Megan Foreman and Charlotte at Social Services. Just because my mother makes a phone call, my daughter chooses not to look at my brother, who doesn't even say hello and interact with her, because she believes if she does that, she's going to be able to take away. Oh, she's going to get to take away my daughter. She's going to get to see my daughter, is she, by making a phone call. My daughter turned around once from Kenneth Tyrala because he didn't even interact with her. I needed support from my brother. Instead, he went to his precious mammy. How does she live without you? Oh, let's make a phone call. Let's cause trouble. Let's cause some trouble. I wouldn't know what to do if my daughter doesn't want to look at my brother for a split second. I need a police welfare check. I need Theodore at Redcar. Then I need 2 weeks later, Megan Foreman and Charlotte coming out. When my ME's getting worse, my mind's tired, need rest, gonna have a nervous breakdown to my mum. Please leave me alone, tell her to stop. No, I'm not gonna tell her to stop. What did you do? And hit and run? Do you know what I experienced and what I lived through? Because you don't care, because you've got no compassion, because you had to go to your mammy. How does she live without you? I'll make a phone call. A story didn't look at you. Oh, she turned around. She was cuddled into me. I called my brother because I've been emotional because of my mother. Emotional distress because of her and what she's doing to me. Or did she tell them that? Did they tell her to stop? No, they didn't tell her to stop. I needed a protection order from her. It got worse because I wasn't protected from her. So any emotions would take away, baby would take away everything real in my life. Deliberate destruction of me. Deliberate causing trouble. And now she's got my daughter. How do I live without her? I'm not entitled to anyone else. I'm not entitled to make my own choices, my own decisions about who to support me and my child. It has to be her or no one else. And God, my body know about it, what I've survived. How do I breathe without you? If you ever go, I'd actually be able to breathe. That's when I'd be able to breathe. If you weren't there, that's when I would have had my daughter. I would have had my daughter here. I would have been with my daughter. How do I live? She told Edna, I won't accept the help. She was telling everybody I won't accept help. I was waiting for everyone to knock on the door. Sit with me, have a coffee, watch a film. Be there, where is everybody? Writing a diary for 2.53 years, nobody's there. I'm like, help. Calling the police, 111. And safeguarding. I got social services. The doctor, can you safeguard me? I went to the paediatrician about crazy control. Everybody's fully informed. They said when they did what they did, they knew it would deteriorate my health. Give me a suicide leaflet and they knew it would deteriorate my health. And why do it? Why do you provide me with backup? I've never had no backup all these years. It has to be my mum and no one else. I want to know. There's a book and it's Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers, and all they do is consider themselves. And it's got a bird being set free from a cage, and I'm still here, I'm caged still, since I moved out the house. And now what's happened, and what could be the delay in your children's life these days? Is it your fault, the victim and survivors? No, it's not. It's like you've been knocked off a bike, and you've been wounded, knocked off a bike. It's the person who knocked off the bike's fault. It's the people who've knocked off the bike's fault, who've injured you, have made you suffer extensively's fault for the delay in your child's life for some reason, and tried to